What's going on, people? Zap here, and as we are aware, the Mortal Kombat 11 stress test has come and gone. I've uploaded a little bit of footage for it. You can check it out on the YouTube channel. And we are getting ready for the release of the beta, the actual beta, next week. And, of course, the looming release of the full version of Mortal Kombat 11 next month. So, with that being said, I want to talk to you guys about the stress test, how I felt about it, how do I think everything went, and give you my full-on thoughts on what I played so far. Because I didn't really get the chance to do that during or after the stress test ended, so I figured now is as good a time as any to give you guys some insight. First and foremost, let's talk about the online connectivity, because that is what the stress test was for. I felt like NRS hit the jackpot with this. Thankfully, we finally have our first Mortal Kombat game online that functioned really, really strong. We all remember MK9's online component. We remember MKX's abysmal online connectivity. Like, let's be real here, it did not function that well online on launch for MKX. It wasn't until MKXL where they buffed the net play. So finally, with MK11, we finally got something super solid to run with, and I think that NRS did a fantastic job with the online connectivity and just the overall net play component of MK11 so far. Seems really, really strong and very, very well made. I do enjoy the fact that I get to see who is and who isn't playing on a wired connection. Being able to tell that someone's on Wi-Fi, I have the option to just flat out say, I don't want to play that person. I'd rather play against somebody who's using a wired connection. Which, for all of you guys out there who are playing on Wi-Fi connections, I highly suggest, and this is not a troll post, or this is not just me trying to crap on those of you guys who play on Wi-Fi. Because I understand that there are people who might not have the convenience of being able to get a hardwired connection, or whatever the case is. But I highly suggest that you find some sort of alternative, or find a hardwired connection or whatever. Find what you can that's better than a wired connection. Do some research, go on Google, find out how you can make it work, because not just from myself, but I know a lot of people online also mention that they're not going to play any matches online against people that are using wireless connections. And I can't say I blame them, because no matter how good your connection is, no matter how close you're sitting to your router or whatever, it's always going to be inconsistent. You know, there's going to be connection interruptions with a Wi-Fi signal. That's just how it works. You know, so that's always really good. As far as the actual connectivity and things like that itself, I felt like the game ran smooth. I was able to find people relatively quickly. And once we loaded up the match, it ran pretty well for the most part. I think the only times I actually ever did lag or have any connection issues were when I did play against someone who was playing on Wi-Fi. So, yeah, man, NRS finally, they hit pay dirt with this MK11 online. I think it ran really, really well. There was a brief period where players were not able to actually match up with each other. Like, it would be stuck in the searching or looking screen. But outside of that, I think the actual online component for Mortal Kombat 11 runs very, very strong. So yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing what else you know, they do with the online, like King of the Hills, and you know, what other kind of custom match settings we have. So yeah, I think the online is great. Fantastic. Moving on to the actual gameplay itself. Now, we're going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. The game does run slower than Mortal Kombat X. You know, Mortal Kombat X has a run feature. It's got all these crazy combos and stuff you can do. This game is not Mortal Kombat X. This is Mortal Kombat 11. It's not Injustice 2.5 or whatever other people like to call it. This is Mortal Kombat 11. It still plays like a Mortal Kombat game. It's still a Mortal Kombat game at heart. It's just a different style of Mortal Kombat game. Okay? So, you know, if you're looking for something with crazy juggles and, you know, wild looking combos, as of right now, This game is not that, but we don't know what it's going to turn into once more characters get, you know, announced, and you know, more people start to get their hands on other characters. We don't know how, you know, Cabal is going to change the meta. We don't know how Sonya is going to change the meta, or Jackie, or anybody else for that matter. You know, so we just got to give it more time. We gotta see how the game plays. We gotta see how everything gets fleshed out, and see what people come up with. So yeah, man, I think the game itself runs very, very well. I love the fact that it's a lot more neutral heavy. People getting shimmied, people are getting whiff punished, people are getting throw baited really, really hard, and that's what I like to see in a fighting game. It feels very tug of war-ish. You know, it's a lot of back and forth. It's not one-sided, knock someone down, mix them to death type of deal. And I feel like winning in this game is a lot more rewarding than it was in Mortal Kombat X. And I feel like this game suits me a lot better because I typically play a lot more of a defensive style. You know, I play Shinnok, I play Axel in Guilty Gear, I played Raven in Injustice 1, you know, so I'm not really all about the rushdown stuff, per se. I mean, I guess you can say Reptile's kind of rushdown, but I kind of play a little bit of a hybrid style of Reptile, but, you know, I like to play a little bit more defensive, so playing a little bit slower of a pace, utilizing my buttons and spacing of my character more, it felt like I was at home. You know, it's what I like to do. So we'll see what happens, man. I really like the pacing of the game. They buffed the walk speed and the dash speed for characters since the stress test. So dashing is a little bit faster now, so people get their better movement options that they've been clamoring for. So that's really good. I like crushing blows. Getting crushing blows is actually very, very accomplishing, because it's like, yo, you got countered for doing this really bad move or unsafe move or whatever the case is, and you know, you get damage for it. Combos don't seem very, very long or crazy like they did it in Mortal Kombat X. Again, if you were looking for MKX style of game, this is not it. This is something totally different, but it's good in its own right. Okay, I think people that were very skeptical should give the game a little bit more of a chance and get their hands on it once the full beta comes out. I don't know, man. I think NRS did a fantastic job with this game. People are still trying to flesh out the mechanics, you know, perfect blocking or flawless blocking, whatever they call it in this game. People just gotta lab more, and once people get the time to do some training and things like that, I think the game is going to speed up quite a bit. I don't think it's going to maintain this slow of a pace. It'll probably still be a little bit of a slow pace, but it won't be as slow as it is now, because people will know what to do, what they can do, what their options are, and things like that. So, you know, hell, get baited. But yeah, man, I think the game right now as it stands is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the beta so I can try out Jade, I can try out a little bit of Cabal, you know, and a couple other characters that are also going to be playable in the beta. I want to get my hands back on Scarlet a little bit more. I'm still kind of in a little bit of a character crisis because I don't see a character that I'm going to play for sure. So, I mean, right now it's most likely going to be Jade for sure, just because of what she has. But yeah, man, I think the game is fantastic. Moving forward on this channel, it's going to be a little bit kind of wishy-washy. So the last video I uploaded before this one for Mortal Kombat 11, it had no commentary or anything like that, and that's mostly because I don't really feel happy with how YouTube has been conducting their business as of late. They're trying to make things more, you know, friendly to ad sponsors and things like that, and Mortal Kombat is not really ad friendly because of all the violence and the gore and things like that. So, you know, some of my Mortal Kombat 11 videos get demonetized, and I have to do like a counterclaim and things like that, and it really sucks because I want to be able to provide you guys with some of the best Mortal Kombat content possible, but you know, YouTube is making that very, very difficult with the way that their guidelines are now. So it kind of bums me out. It's like, why put forth all this effort if I'm not going to get anything in return for it? You know what I mean? Like, I love what I do. It's really cool to put this stuff on YouTube and see you guys' reactions to it. But, you know, if I can't put my best foot forward, it's just kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I can't give you guys the best possible content I can if YouTube isn't going to back me on that, I feel. So, but yeah, man, I really enjoyed the stress test. I'm really looking forward to the beta, and obviously I'm looking forward to the full release of the game, because I've been dying for a new Mortal Kombat for a long time. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How did you feel about the stress test? Was there anything you liked? Was there anything you didn't like about the stress test? What do you want to see changed, if anything at all? And with that being said, I'll see you guys during the beta. Thanks for watching. Peace.